Okay, we've got a good-looking crew around our table this morning because Tim DeRoos is back on the show with Infinite Health Centers up in Cleveland. And this morning, Tim, you have brought 3 of your rock stars to kind of give testimony to what you do up there at your center.
Well said. I would never bring field failures here, always the success stories.
So let me tell you, you like coming on the show on Mondays for those watching this morning.
Yes.
Because you know that most of us spend our weekends having a good time. We enjoy ourselves, maybe have a nice backyard barbecue. You get the idea. Come Monday morning, you think, oh man, I wish I had gotten myself in gear. I got to get in shape.
Time to get back on the rails.
Your phones blow up on Monday mornings with people wanting to find out how you get success.
True, yes. Monday's the day people are more likely to make a healthcare decision, yes.
So this is Jeff, Sherry, and Misty. 3 of your success stories. Between the 3 of you, as we were talking, in a 3 or 4 month span of time, you've lost 120 pounds plus among the 3 of you. And you keep on losing it, right?
Yes.
So Jeff, I want to start with you. Your goal had been to lose about 25-ish pounds?
25 pounds, and I've already lost 27, and I'm hovering right there. But I feel better. I'm 68 years old. I haven't weighed this little since probably my late 40s. So it's been a great feeling for me to be able to go from extra large shirts to large shirts.
I think whenever we've had these conversations with Tim, that's what comes out, is not just how you feel about the weight you've lost physically, but what it does for you emotionally. Sherry, that's the case for you too.
I started with a goal of 25 pounds. And it just started coming off as I was following the plan. So I'm at 48 pounds now. And so like you, I was an extra large. I've never been in a small in my adult life, ever. So that's huge for me. I feel better. My family has been very supportive through all this. People at work. So it's just made a huge transformation in mentally, physically, just 100%.
And Missy, you were saying that you two, I'll let you brag about the weight you've lost, then I'll point out something you said earlier.
Well, my goal was 30 pounds, and I'm at 42 now, and I don't see that stopping. Like you, it felt amazing to put on an extra small suit and say, wow.
Right.
So, but the goal was to inspire my boys and let them know that transformation can happen inside and out.
So you were saying, we were talking a little bit about how the support group, as Sherry mentioned, is so important, and that sometimes you hear stories about people who maybe their friends begin to judge them or kind of discourage them from the success. You said actually people are wanting to know how you've done it.
Yes, and I had no idea that would happen. I did it for me and my family, but when someone walks up to me and says, what are you doing?
Right.
I want that too. It means a lot to me, but I hope it helps them.
Okay, so I'm going to bring you into the conversation, Tim, then we'll jump in with them again. Misty said something about, quote, the education that you offer is paramount. You really teach people, that way they're not on this yo-yo frustration.
Yeah, that's what doctrine means in Latin, is teacher. That's where we get the word doctrine from. So what our philosophy is to provide the tools, and in the plan you own a manual from now on. And once that information is in your mind, it doesn't leave you, it doesn't depart from you. So you can always continue to execute and implement on a day-to-day basis. It's all about, we're going to chew anyhow. It's all about the choices you make, right? You can choose something that's going to depress your health or deplete your health or raise you up. I mean, look at the water alone. When I start having people drink the water, they start to glow. And we've not hit the makeup room, right? All 3 of them are glowing.
Okay,
right?
I'm really glad. Pass the microphone to Jeff for a second, because I'm really glad that you mentioned that, because once you had stopped talking, I was going to ask you something. Every time you bring people here who are success stories, what I notice first is their face. It's not just that you've got kind of this chiseled bone structure from the weight, I guess, that you've lost. There really is that glow. There's a magnetism to their face. Why?
Well, what people don't know is that this is the first time for me to give you a freebie, okay? But
Write it
water,
down.
Write it
yeah,
down,
right. Pay
definitely.
attention. Water is the best way to enter detoxification and make a thorough detoxification. But hydration is necessary for fat burning. So if you're walking around dehydrated, if you're not a good water drinker, if you say you don't prefer it or you feel waterlogged, you're not going to burn fat well. So that's the reason why we encourage the water initially, and then the side benefit is the glow.
So you look like you are an exerciser. Are you?
I do.
Okay.
I ride my bike 3 times a week, and I also work out with weights. I've been a jock all my life.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm glad I asked you then,
yeah.
because if the weight was a problem for you, that probably was interfering with the passion you have.
Right. And I exercised before, but didn't see the results I was looking for. I saw a lot of commercials with the doctor, and I thought, why not take a shot? Went to see him, and the education that he provides for me is just awesome. It's like a book of health.
I wanted to ask about the exercising, because you and I have had conversations before, and you'll have to correct me on air, and that's okay. Great if you want to exercise, but your regimen doesn't require it. Is that right?
Right. Exercise won't change your metabolism. Food choices and nutrition change your metabolism. Detoxification changes your metabolism. All exercise does, well, I shouldn't say all, the majority of what exercise does is burn calories, right? And it conditions us. So conditioning is crucial. It's important. But when you think about somebody who's overweight, if they start exercising without losing some weight first, they impact their joint surfaces more intensely, thereby initiating inflammation.
Right.
So why not get the metabolism going, burning fat, reduce weight on the joints, then start exercising?
I think it's also interesting, since you mentioned metabolism, and you can pass it to either one of them. We'll just go down the row. But none of us are in our 20s, right? Your metabolism slows as you get older. To think that you've lost this much weight quickly is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I do think it matters what you're putting in your body. You know, when I looked at the book, read through, I was always under the mindset I could never do a program that I eliminated things, not knowing that those things I was eliminating was what made me feel like I felt. So the energy level I noticed increased, and I said it before, just feeling great. And I'll say this, when pandemic started, my husband started hiking. I couldn't. I went a mile and I thought I would have a heart attack.
Wow.
So as the weight started coming off, you know, we did a 3-mile hike to a waterfall, and I was astounded.
That's
I was
great.
just like, I just did this. I could have never done this a year ago.
So it's more than just the clothes fitting better. It is your whole life.
It's exactly the whole life.
So,
It's
Missy, I'm
everything.
sure what some people are going to wonder is, how difficult is it? I've heard people say the first couple of weeks it's different because you are eliminating those foods, but once you get past that hump, it's easy.
It is, and it's just a thought process. It's the way you look at things. It's a this or that. You know, before I would have easily thrown fries in with it. I said, sure, bring the extra cheese. And it's that education. It's the education of knowing that you're running your body with clean fuel, just like anything else, any other machine. And you just appreciate what you put in it. And I was always a high energy person anyway, but it was an effort to be high energy. Now it's just natural. I wake up and I'm high energy, and you know, it's that way all the time. I'm the Energizer Bunny at this point.
Well,
so.
you brought 3 good ones. If people want to join the team and be a success story themselves, is the best thing for them to do just to call the office?
Call the office, 423-813-7575.
It's Infinite Health Centers. I can't think of how many patients, clients, friends you've brought now over the years who have been these success stories. So you believe in it and you know it works.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us back.
Great to see you.
Thank you.